Hi, this is Chuck Lowry. I'm Director of Sales and Marketing at Incisive Legal Intelligence, and I'm here this afternoon with Biff Maddock at LegalTech at the New York Hilton. Biff is a principal and consultant at Altman Weil. And one of the things I wanted to talk about, the thing that I do is to sell to law firms and to vendors to the legal profession a research database that includes all the information that Incisive Media gathers about law firms, about legal vendors, about in-house law departments, and about the entire legal landscape. This database is generally used for purposes of competitive intelligence and business development. It is, I suppose, a happy coincidence that one of the things that Biff works on to the greatest extent is business development within law firms, and I thought maybe you could talk to us a little bit about your success in making partners and associates engines of business development, how much time they should spend on it, if it's a question of time or attitude or both.
Chuck, I think the biggest change that I've seen in the 20 years that I've been consulting in this area is that lawyers are now really focusing on the time that they spend on business development rather than spending money. Let me explain what I mean by that. When I first started in this practice, lawyers were spending a lot of time and a lot of money actually in doing things like advertising, brochures, practice group brochures, pre-website days, so not spending any money on that. But I think the thinking was that if we do a lot of that type of thing, we'll just wait for the phone to ring. And
over the transom business.
And maybe some of it happened because the first firms to advertise, like Lowry and Simon, got a lot of attention, got a lot of the press. People thought they were very innovative. Within 2 or 3 years, everybody was advertising. Nobody was saying anything different from each other. The whole purpose of advertising went down the drain very quickly, and firms who really just spent money on it where they should have been spending time. We find the most effective way is to learn about the market, which is the kind of research, secondary research that they need to do. Learn about their clients, learn about where the opportunities are. Go out and talk to their clients. Find out, would they give them a referral? Have they referred the firm to someone else? What do they think about the firm? Are there opportunities for the firm to do additional business? None of that comes through advertising. Very little of it comes through the website. It has to go back, it's almost back to basics approach. Going back and spending time with a client, finding out what makes this client tick, what makes the client happy. These are especially true, these strategies are especially true now because in the times where it's difficult to acquire new business, even more difficult than it was in the past, where clients are more and more in the driver's seat, they're demanding alternative billing, electronic billing, technology. They're consolidating their outside law firms. They're using things like websites to bid on business. This is a totally different world. So client loyalty could very quickly go away if a firm doesn't respond to that and doesn't develop a sense of loyalty with their clients that may not have been there before.
How much help do you think that partners are getting from their marketing and business development departments?
Well, if you'd asked me that question a year ago, it would have been very different. Unfortunately, business development departments, like many of the departments internally within law firms, are being downsized and downsized dramatically. If you think about business development, there are really 3 components to it. There's marketing, there's sales, and there's service. Lawyers traditionally do an excellent job on service. It's something that should be left to the lawyers. The marketing side is something where firms beefed up on that about 20 years ago, 15 or 20 years ago. The sales side of it was relatively new, where they brought in their own salespeople. They brought in people to give clients, potential clients, good reasons why they should hire their firm. Unfortunately, as I said, now that we have kind of a downturn or a significant downturn, firms are not only divesting themselves of lawyers, they're divesting themselves of those skilled professionals as well. It's hard to know where this is all going to go without that outside help.
Thank you, Biff. This has been Biff Maddock, a principal and consultant at Altman Weil. and we have had 4 or 5 very pleasant chats about the legal profession. And I invite you to contact me, charles.lowry at incisivemedia.com. Also, this will be on Biff's blog, but if you want to contact me, I will give you details about how to get in touch with Biff. Look at the blog, and we'll keep the conversation going.